Hare Krishna. A warm welcome to all of you for the Mantra Meditation Retreat, Day 2. It was really very blissful and heart touching to read all your realizations yesterday. When I was seeing that people posting that, I never felt so blissful before. I was so satisfied and so feeling so energetic, feeling so much of positivity, and praying for people all around the world, feeling enlightened. These comments really revived and gave me a lot of enthusiasm after the session, to be very frank. And then I chanted a few more rounds after that, after we ended the session. This is what is called as coming together and getting involved for a very important cause, important purpose. So before I start today's session, welcoming all the people here, around 260 people on Zoom and YouTube, around 93 people. Yes. So it's really my pleasure to welcome you all. Before we start with the prayers, the auspicious prayers, I have a question for all of you all. I'm sure all of you remember this, so I'm asking with confidence. What are the 4 basic needs of human beings which actually makes the person satisfied? The key to satisfaction. What are the 4 needs? Yes, YouTubers and the people on Zoom, please. Okay, so we have physical need, agree, physical need. What else? Psychological need, agree. What else? Emotional need and spiritual need, absolutely. Yes, absolutely correct. So this is what we discussed yesterday, and obviously we had a lot of other discussions also. So since time is less, I'll not get into a recap of the previous session. Let's start directly with today's session by chanting auspicious prayers. These prayers are not ordinary prayers that we offer. These prayers are really powerful ones. Just by hearing the vibrations of these prayers, repeating those prayers, chanting these prayers makes a lot of difference. Because all of us, entire day we were doing something, and now we have come, to do mantra meditation. So it's like complete shift, from material to spiritual. So it's very important to offer prayers so that we come to that platform wherein we can understand what is spoken, and we can understand and relish the mantra meditation also. And it's my humble request to all of you all. See, 24 hours a day, all the time we are engaged in something. But then for these 3 days, out of which one has already done, so 2 more days are there, including today's. So let's invest 1 hour, quality 1 hour with focus. Let's not do anything else apart from hearing and apart from doing meditation. Yes. Just 1 hour. Have this patience for 1 hour and you will see the difference. You will see the difference. So I request all of you all once again with folded hands that please make sure that you're focused in the session. Your ears are just hearing what is spoken, and your mouth should only be chanting the Maha Mantra when we do mantra meditation, and your eyes should be glued on the screen so that you can see the various slides which are there. So let us start offering prayers. Please repeat after me. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhete giri yat kripatam vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. We dedicate today's presentation to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON. We seek his blessings. He was the one who has spread this mantra meditation, the Bhakti Yoga, the chanting of Hare Krishna all over the world. And because of his mercy today, we all are coming together on one platform in this very, very critical situation, which we all are going through, the entire world is going through, only by his mercy. We pay our repeated obeisances to Srila Prabhupada and we seek his blessings. And also we offer this presentation to him as an offering. Today is the day 2 of mantra meditation, and the topic is the mind's game. And it's going to be mind blowing because it's the mind's game. So get ready, for a very, very important topic that we're going to discuss. And you know what? Throughout the session or throughout the speech, you can observe that how much your mind distracts you to a different topic. I'll be speaking something else, you're hearing it, but your mind, in no time, in between, it will take you for a ride. And this ride will not be a small ride, it will be a long ride, and finally we come back and then some topic will be over. This is what I observe in myself. Sometimes this, and many times this happens. And I'm sure all of us will have this experience. But then we'll make a conscious effort today. Conscious effort to hear each and everything because we're going to discuss about the mind. And we should know very well how the mind works. Then only we can conquer the mind. And today, this particular session that I'm giving, actually this session on the topic of mind, I speak for 4 hours. But today I'm supposed to speak for 20 minutes, so I'll try to compress and speak. And all the students who have been attending my sessions and who have attended already the mind session, yes, for them, it will be a revision. And at the same time, today, the topic will be more focused on how to deal with the current COVID situation. How the mind is acting now in this situation is what is the discussion. Let me start with the basics. Here, let's understand how the mind's game starts. It's all about likes and dislikes. Mind works on the basis of likes and dislikes. Now you see, what do you mean by likes and dislikes? A very nice shloka from Bhagavad Gita that says, Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara prapter dhiras tatra namayati. So this is from second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, 13th shloka, where it says that the soul, like yesterday we discussed about soul. So the soul and the subtle body, yes, they pass from boyhood to youth to old age, and at the end of life, they move to another gross body. Please mind my words. The soul, along with the subtle body, that is mind, intelligence, ego, they move from one body to another gross body at the time of death. Now, right from childhood, now I'm sure all of you might have observed, you might have seen in your own kids, right from childhood itself, there are some likes and dislikes. I don't like this dish. I don't like this vegetable. I don't like this fruit. How come? Right from childhood? It is not something illogical. It is not something which is out of the blue. It is very, very logical. Those impressions, which we call in Sanskrit as samskara, has been carried from the past life. All those likes and dislikes have been carried from the past life, and now in this life we have those likes and dislikes. So mind always works on likes and dislikes. So we have something from the previous life, and at the same time now we develop some likes and dislikes in this life also. We start liking something and we start disliking something. And very nicely, the social media uses our likes and dislikes, on their platform, so that it runs very nicely. And you see, as soon as we see something, we will like it. If we really like it, we'll like the button. And if we don't like it, dislike. Yes. So in this way, these likes and dislikes are whose characteristic? Who is working like this? The mind is working with likes and dislikes all the time, all the time. And how these likes and dislikes come, or to put it more precisely, how these impressions are formed on the mind. In Sanskrit, how the samskaras are formed. Let me tell you. This is another very important concept, which we all should know, so that we understand the current situation of COVID. This is what happens. The mind picks up from anywhere and everywhere. The mind picks up from anywhere and everywhere, and those are formed as impressions on the mind. And those impressions are either in the category of likes or in the category of dislikes. Now, how do we get these impressions, or how do we get, how does the mind pick up from various places? Let me give you the current situation example. Whatever we hear, whatever we hear, whatever we see, whatever we smell, whatever we taste, whatever we touch, all those actually form an impression on the mind. Let me take the current situation of pandemic and explain. Now, whatever we hear, that is making an impression. Like, for example, make sure, as soon as someone sees the television or someone reads a message or whatever, the mind, it picks up from there. Now, as of now, in the situation, the news channels very nicely, the social media, somehow they're more focusing on the number of deaths, people affected. They're not interviewing the people who are recovering. So if you compare the ratio of the two, then obviously the second one, that is recovering people's interview, is very, very less. Yes. So that is not happening. So as soon as we see the television and we see, so many people are dying. And then so many people are affected. And then on the chart, the statistics, we seeing the numbers. Oh, today 27,000. Today 30,000 people affected. Oh, so many people died. So what is happening? All those impressions are getting formed on the mind. And then we start reading now regarding the vaccine which had come. Oh, some people died out of vaccine. Some people got affected. Oh, some people, nothing happened to them. Now, how much truth, how much rumor, we don't know. But what his mind is doing? Mind is just picking up, and just the impressions are there. And what happens when these impressions are there? The mind will start acting accordingly. The person starts fearing because the mind gives that impression, that pops up the impression. Like, for example, when we hear that COVID is airborne, it is there in the air. So people start acting weirdly at times. So one of our colleague here, he was sharing when he was on the railway station, he saw a lady. Pep kit was there throughout the body, that blue color jacket, whatever is there from top to bottom, that was there. And then she had the spray sanitizer. Now the impression is so strong, we keep hearing again and again and again that it's there in the air. If you touch the people, you have to sanitize. If you do this, you have to do that. Now, obviously, that has to be done, but sometimes the mind, it makes it so crazy that people literally go to any extent. Now, this lady who was there, I was hearing what she was doing. So any hawker who passes by, she would pick up immediately the sanitizer and in the air. To such an extent, hear this, to such an extent, when the husband touched her, she did this. So what to do? This is how the mind works. It picks up from anywhere and everywhere, and then it just pops out, so nicely. These are called as impressions, and these impressions become stronger and stronger, deeper and deeper, depending on what we are hearing and from what source are we hearing. It doesn't matter from where we are hearing, but those impressions are going to get formed. Yes. And now, when we hear all this, what happens is these impressions are there. But then along with that, mind will start concocting. A very, very simple example I'll give you. Dreams, for example. All of you get dreams, I'm sure. Now also some people might be dreaming in my class. That also I'm sure. How come these dreams are formed? So what happens? The mind has an impression. I always give this example. Suppose you have seen some movie. There is a nice song that is happening, or the hero, heroine are dancing, and whatever, background music and all that is happening. And you've seen that in the movie theater, and then you're sitting, you have seen that, and that impression is there. At night, what happens? Mind starts concocting that. Yes. And what is that concoction all about? Just the hero is removed and we come into that picture. Or the heroine is removed and we come into that place. Yes. And then the entire duet song starts and everything starts. Yes. Or sometimes, when the person is falling from the cliff, that's what we see. Or if we see some horror movie, what happens? That person who is a victim, he is removed from the scene and the mind will put us in that scene. This is how the mind concocts all the impressions. I'm sure everyone is able to relate with what I'm saying. All the dreams that we see is just a concoction of mind. And how come it's able to concoct? It needs some base. And that base is all the impressions which it gets throughout the day from various places. This is how the mind works, and this is how it behaves. One more important thing which I would like to mention here is it always does this. It magnifies the problem. This is what is the characteristic of mind. It will always magnify the problem to a very, very, very great extent. And this mind actually creates the panic. Let me give you a simple analysis of pandemic. Now see what is happening. There are two categories of people. One category is not affected by COVID. Second category is affected by COVID. Now, what are we supposed to do? Suppose we are not affected by COVID. What are we supposed to do? We have to take precautions and do whatever. Drink hot water, steam, and then whatever vaccine and medicine or whatever. And then the ones who have got COVID positive, what are they supposed to do? They have to cure it by taking some medicines, or if oxygen level is going down, oxygen cylinders, whatever. So these are the two different distinct cases. There is nothing in between, correct? When we are not having COVID, we take precautions, and when we have COVID, this COVID positive, we make sure that we do something for getting it cured. Now, what the mind does, mind will always keep us in between, nor here nor there. The mind will it will just hide everything. It will just magnify, and it will just keep thinking that person got COVID, that person died. His situation is so bad. It's very difficult. Oxygen level is going down. Oh, what about him? He also, she also. And look at these TV reporters. These are saying everyone is going through this. I'll also go through this. Arey Baba, nothing has happened. We are sitting at home, nothing has happened. But the mind will say, everyone is going through, you are next. Literally magnified. Nothing is going to happen like that. Suppose even if it happens, TK will go through. We know the procedure, what to do now. We'll go through that. We'll go get it cured. But then no, even when the person is healthy, no COVID, still the mind will make a hype of it and create so much of tension and panic that the person cannot do day-to-day activities properly, cannot eat food properly, forget about day-to-day activities, cannot sleep properly. I know few people who've been struggling to sleep because of this. I was getting calls from a few of my close friends, and they were saying that I'm really tensed. I've got old people in my house, and all around my house is COVID. I don't know what to do. What to do? Take precautions. What else can be done? Why unnecessary tension? Are we understanding why these tensions come? Why panicky situation is coming up? Only because the mind is magnifying it. There's only two distinct cases. Either you have to take precautions or cure. There's nothing in between, but still mind will always keep us in between. Now I'm okay. What if I get COVID? And where is this what if coming from? Because of the impressions. Again and again hearing from people. This happens, that person got affected, that person is going through such a serious situation. Oh, so many people died, and this and that and this and that. It just goes on. This is how the mind tricks very, very, very badly and creates so much of unnecessary tension. See, tension should be there, but if it goes beyond some threshold, that becomes unnecessary tension and that pulls down the person's confidence and determination. And that is really useless. That will not help the person to be peaceful, satisfied, and will not allow the person to grow. And there are so many cases we know where in a family, four out of four, three people have got affected, and that one person is still healthy throughout. Still, even after knowing all that, the mind will always say, see, you are not that one person. You are actually the three persons. You are one of them. So you are one of the three, not this one person who is not affected. Yes. The mind will always think about negative aspect. Never ever, to talk about positivity. Yes. This is how the mind works. This is how the natures of mind is. Now, another very important thing. What the mind does all the time is this. Mind will never keep us in present. Either it will be in the past or it will jump to the future. Past, future. And it will always tell us, now there's no need of being in the present. Now also during the class, you all can just think. Anyways, you all are thinking. No need to tell that think. Now also when we are in the class, what are we doing? Whenever I'm speaking, you go to your past and check what you did. Or you're going to the future and checking. No, maybe this will happen. This is how the mind works. Either past or future. Past or future. You know what? If we can learn the art of being in the present, we can be very satisfied, we can be very happy. But this culprit mind will not allow it. Will always think about past, always think about future, make a big fuss out of it, and the person gets so much of stress, so much of tension. Whenever I've been talking to any person who's going through depression or tension, this is what I understand. That person is either thinking of his past. In my childhood, this happened. In my youthhood, this happened. College days, this happened. Or that person will be thinking about future. What will happen next? Now in this COVID, the tension that people are having is, what if I die? Who will take care of my kids? Who will take care of my wife? Or now, who will take care of my husband? Oh, this will be a problem. That will be a problem. I am the person who is taking care of the entire house. If I am not there, what will happen? Oh, who will take care of me in the old age? These kids, will they take care of me? The way they're behaving, I don't think they'll take care of me in the old age. Now tell me, what is the need of thinking about future as of now? Yeah, see, we have to plan. I completely agree. We have to plan. But then over negative thinking about future, tell me what is the need. But this mind, it's such a culprit, it will just go on. I'll just tell you, since the situation is critical, I would like to tell you all this so that you all get some confidence. Tell me max to max what will happen in COVID. Max to max. Now, chat box is open, comment box is open. Please tell me, max to max, what will happen in COVID? Everyone, I want your reply. Max to max, what will happen? Okay, the person will die. Everyone is saying the person will die. What about YouTube people? YouTube people sleeping? Some comments, please. Okay. Yes, this is what it is. Max to max, the person will die. Okay. Now, I started the class with what? We have left one gross body, we have come to another gross body. He can leave this one, go to another one. What is the problem? Is it the new experience that we are having? See, death is something, which we have experienced many, many lifetimes. It's not the first time that we're experiencing. It's many, many lifetimes we've already experienced. Only thing is we're not remembering how it is. How does it feel to die? Yes. But then death is something we say no in English, as sure as death. And death cannot be uncertain. It's always destined. It's always pre-decided. As soon as we are born, as soon as, let me put it in a modern way, as soon as we have been manufactured, there is an expiry date that is stamped. The only thing is we don't know about the expiry date. Yes. There are some old people having diabetes and high blood pressure, getting COVID and recovering. There are some young people who are very, very energetic, enthusiastic, very healthy body, nice biceps, triceps, etc., and dying. So this clearly shows that it's all about the expiry date. That's it. It's not a new experience of death that we are having. But now in this situation, you know what we're supposed to do? We shouldn't be fearful of death. Come on. It's okay. Everyone has to die one day. What is the big thing in that? And suppose even if we die, another tension that is there in everyone. If I die, there's so many people dependent on me. What will happen to them? Nothing is going to affect them. Maybe for a few days, it will affect. After that, they'll be normal. How come I'm saying this? It's a known fact. When someone dies in the family, what happens? Everyone else also just jumps into the fire of fire. Everyone commits suicide. No, they do the necessary rituals, and then they're there. They are maintaining themselves. Lord is maintaining themselves. Everything is maintained. Even if we are not there, this world will work. Even if we are not there, the family will be taken care of. But the mind will not allow to think like this. The mind will say, no, no. If you're not there, the entire world will stop. The sun will stop, the moon will stop, the earth will not rotate, the earth will not revolve. This is how the mind says. And you tell me, suppose, God forbid this shouldn't happen, but suppose we just have few more days to live. Suppose we're going to die. Okay, what is the problem? We'll die peacefully now. Why to take tension and die? Suppose if something like this happens to us, what are we supposed to do? Suppose we are there on the bed. Oxygen is getting over, no cylinders available. We know we are going to die now. Let's die peacefully chanting Mahamantra. Why to take tension, unnecessary tension? Oh, what will happen? Oh, what? Nothing will going to happen. If we have to die, we will die. If we have to live, we will live. But the thing here is, even at that point, if we can be peaceful, chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, that is an achievement. That is an achievement. Many, many people are dying out of tension. But then if someone can die peacefully, that is an achievement. When someone gets affected by COVID and still remains positive and confident and continues chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that is an achievement. This is what is needed now in this situation, not the unnecessary tension. And now please understand, it's not you who is taking tension, it's your mind who is making you take tension. Because this is what is the nature of mind. This is how the mind takes, magnifies, and gives a lot of stress every now and then. Every now and then. This is how the mind works. Either it will be in the past or it will be in the future and makes our life miserable altogether. A very, very important point to note here. A controlled mind, which is there, is actually a friend. Whereas an uncontrolled mind is like the enemy. And this uncontrolled mind will actually pull us down every now and then. This is what the mind does. Yes. A very beautiful shloka from Srimad Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6. Very, very beautiful. Bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmaivatmana jitah Anatmanastu shatrutve vartitatmaiva shatruvat. So here Krishna is saying that the one who has controlled the mind is the best friend. And for the ones who have not controlled the mind is the greatest enemy, and that is the source of all the misery. Hmm. Now the next question is, okay, controlled mind is friend, uncontrolled mind is enemy. How to control the mind? That is what is the question. How to control these thoughts which are there? Hmm. As soon as we hear something, as soon as we hear, oh, like this, it will happen. Maybe this will happen to me also. My kid is so small, my husband is just gone out. This will happen, that will happen. Arey, theek hai. Everything will happen. Why to think so much? Uncontrolled chain of thoughts. This is what is happening now in this current pandemic. There are people dying out of COVID, but then there are many, many people, unfortunately, they're getting affected or succumbing to the plan of mind or the activities of the mind. That is unnecessary thought process, which is really not needed in this situation. Now the question is how to control the mind. Again, Bhagavad Gita says, Jitatmana prashantasya paramatma samahitah Shitoshna sukha dukkheshu tatha manapamanayaho. Very beautiful sloka. It says, Jitatmana prashantasya. Who is that person? Will be peaceful. Jitatmanaha, the one who has conquered the mind. That person will be peaceful. That person will be satisfied. This is what Bhagavad Gita says. Very, very beautiful. How to control the mind? Simple. That's what we've been doing from day one now. That is the mantra meditation. Mantra. What's the meaning of mantra? Manastrayate iti mantra. So the one which delivers the mind, trayate means deliver, and manaha is mind. The one which delivers the mind, that is called as mantra. So when we do mantra meditation, what happens is we can conquer the mind. We can conquer our thought process. We can limit our thought process. We can put a full stop or we can pause wherever we want. This is called as controlled mind. And this is possible. I'm telling this out of my own personal experience and my observation from the last couple of years, from all these sessions that I've been giving. All those people who have been doing mantra meditation, maybe they will not be able to control the mind completely. That's difficult. Even Arjuna, he is saying that it's difficult. So Arjuna, he says, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati balavadridam tasyam nigraham manye vayor eva sudushkaram. Arjuna is saying, oh Krishna, I can control the wind, I cannot control the wind. Mind is so unstable. I'll just give you a nice, funny example of unstable mind. As soon as the link of mantra meditation came to people, they clicked and they joined the group. And the mind is so unstable, without any reason, just exit the group. Join the group, exit the group. Session has not even started. And I was just observing and I was thinking how the mind works. This person has just joined and then in few minutes he's out. What was the thought process between the two when the person joined the group and exited the group? I was thinking about that. This is how crazy and unstable the mind is. But then anyone who practices mantra meditation, that person will be able to limit, pause, or stop wherever needed when it comes to thought process. This will happen as an immediate result of mantra meditation. Obviously, this is just a byproduct of mantra meditation. It's not the ultimate goal. Tomorrow we'll discuss what is the ultimate goal. But then the byproduct of mantra meditation is we can just stop. We can do it. That control we will be having. Now another question will be, theek mantra meditation. Prabhuji, what you're saying, we agree. Chalo, you've been speaking all this, we agree. But then can you tell us why only Hare Krishna Mahamantra? According to scriptures, according to Shastra, many mantras are there, which we can chant. Many mantras are there. But then the speciality of this mantra that we are chanting is there is no restriction on time. We can chant at any time. And that is the reason we are meeting now in the evening, in the dinner time when we are doing this discussion. There's no restriction on time. Any time we can chant. At times, when I have not completed my rounds, it has been 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and that time also we chant. Place. We can chant at any place. Doesn't matter, are we sitting in front of our altar in the temple, we are sitting in our bedroom, even when we are sitting in the toilet, there also we can chant. Yes. Any situation we can chant. It is said that there are when someone dies, there's something called a sutak, that is applicable to the family members. So for that particular time, they're not supposed to do various rituals, various worship. But then chanting, anyone can do at any time. There is no problem. At times, females ask this question: Can we chant during our menstrual cycle? Yeah, no problem. It's given in scriptures that yes, we can chant. Any person can chant. There is no restriction, no qualification that is needed. Yes, this is so wonderful. But then, when it comes to various other mantras, where they are also very, very powerful, but then there are time, place, circumstance, and person's restriction that is there. And that is the reason it becomes very difficult for current age, modern age people to sync with those rules and regulations and chant. Because currently, what we need is that something which will fit in our schedule. We cannot fit in someone else's schedule now. We cannot fit ourselves in mantra schedule. The mantra has to fit in our schedule, and that is what is Maha. Maha means the great deliverer. Mantra is deliverer. The great deliverer, him or mantra, is actually this Maha mantra, which helps the person to go deeper in consciousness with time. And immediately the thing that will happen is the control of mind. And this is what is needed. This is what is needed. And this is the reason we are conducting this mantra meditation retreat for free for people all around the world. Now, I see so many people from abroad, so many people from different parts of India, only for this reason, so that we understand what we are supposed to do now in this COVID. Along with steam, along with gargling, along with hot water and vaccine and all that, every single day mantra meditation will actually help the person, to be stable. And sorry, I'm not panicking anyone, but then this is what I've heard from my superiors, from who have consulted the astrologers. Next 2-3 weeks are going to be really critical. Yes. And at this time, what we need is peace of mind, stability. So we need stability at this point of time. And surely anyone who is practicing mantra meditation, that person will surely be stable. And this is what is my experience. From last 1 year, all my students who have been chanting the Maha Mantra and who learned it last year, they have been so peaceful throughout, so peaceful. And I'm so proud and I'm so happy for all of them. Yes. So this is what is the mantra meditation, the importance of mantra meditation. And the immediate effect of it is Manastrayate iti mantra, that is the deliverer of mind, that is mantra. And this is what will happen if we do it every single day. I'm planning for something called as 21 days challenge. I'm just still formulating, it's not still finalized. Tomorrow I'll announce what is this 21 days challenge. And I'll post it for all of y'all and see if you can challenge and take this challenge and participate. Yes. Before we move on to the mantra meditation, the practicals, let me tell you the topic for tomorrow. The topic for tomorrow is the magic of Maha Mantra. Till now, yesterday we discussed scientifically how the Maha Mantra or the mantra meditation is so important. Today we discussed logically on the platform of mind how this mantra meditation is so important. Tomorrow we're going to discuss about something which is really, really magical. Something which creates a lot of difference in someone's life, something which transforms someone's heart completely. That is a discussion for tomorrow. So now, on this note, I request all of you all, let's start mantra meditation. I request all of you all to please settle down wherever you are. You can switch on your videos. All the 375 people on Zoom and all the 218 people, 220 people on YouTube. Please settle yourself wherever you are. If you're on the chair, let your arms rest on the armrest of the chair. If you're sitting down, sit in a meditative posture with dhyana mudra that you can see here on the screen the person is holding. Sit in a place which is quiet. Yesterday you already experienced the bliss. Let's experience more bliss today. Sit in a place which is peaceful and tell yourself that for next 20 minutes, come what may, I'm not going to get up from here, whatever it is. Even if the phone rings, need not take it. Anyways, one phone call, one email message, it doesn't matter. After 20 minutes, we can how it works. It will just take you to the past, or it will take you to the future, and will not allow you to hear the present mantra that you're chanting. But then mantra meditation is pulling the mind from the past or pulling the mind from the future and making it steady in the present on the current mantra that we are chanting. Relax your mind. And the basic technique for relaxing the mind is just observe your few breaths, the way you're inhaling, the way you're exhaling. Prepare your mind completely for the activity that we're going to do for next 20 minutes. If you do it properly, proper closed eyes, sitting in a proper posture, relaxing your mind, relaxing your entire body, after 20 minutes when you open your eyes, you will be completely relaxed. You'll feel that energy, you'll feel that enthusiasm, what yesterday so many people were talking about. Now, let us all start doing the mantra meditation. I request all of you all that please repeat after me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Please repeat after me the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now all of us together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now let us all sync with the audio that is played, and let us all start chanting 108 times of the Maha Mantra with complete focus. Here we go.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram
Just
Ram,
try
Hare
to
Hare.
hear the mantra that you are chanting.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Just try
Ram,
to hear the mantra.
Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna
If you can
Krishna
hear
Krishna
one Maha
Hare
mantra,
Hare, Hare Ram,
you're
Ram,
very,
Hare Hare.
very, very
Hare
fortunate.
Krishna Krishna
Just
Hare
one Maha
Hare,
mantra,
Hare
at least
Ram,
one Maha mantra.
Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare,
Slowly and
Hare
gently pull your mind,
Ram, Hare
if
Hare.
it is going to the
Hare Krishna
past or future,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
and get it back to the
Ram, Hare
present
Hare. Hare
on
Krishna
the Maha mantra.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Don't allow it to
Ram,
move
Hare Hare.
on the
Hare
mantra.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Keep
Hare,
chanting.
Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Don't
Hare
allow your
Hare,
mind to plan
Hare
something.
Ram, Hare Hare. Hare
Just
Krishna
chant and hear.
Krishna Krishna Hare
Don't try
Hare,
to
Hare
imagine anything. Just try,
Ram,
chant
Hare Hare.
and hear.
Hare Krishna
At
Krishna
least one
Krishna Hare
mantra hear
Hare,
properly. At least one.
Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare,
There are
Hare
600
Krishna
people who are
Krishna
chanting with complete
Krishna Hare Hare,
focus.
Hare
Let's be the
Hare Hare,
part of this
Hare
group.
Krishna
Let's
Krishna
not allow
Krishna
the
Hare
mind to
Hare,
move.
Hare
On the
Ram
mantra.
Hare Hare, Hare
On the
Krishna
mantra.
Krishna Krishna Hare
On the
Hare, Hare
mantra.
Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Focus.
Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna
Last
Krishna
2
Hare Hare,
minutes.
Hare
Last few mantras remaining.
Krishna
Please chant
Krishna
with
Krishna
complete
Hare Hare,
focus
Hare
and try to
Ram
hear each and every word of the mantra.
Krishna 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 Hare
Try to
Hare, Hare
focus.
Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare.
Let us all keep our eyes closed and let us all chant 3 times together, a bit louder. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gently stop chanting. And now chant 3 times in the mind without moving your mouth. Chant in the mind 3 times and feel the transcendental vibration which everyone is feeling. The transcendental vibration of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. There's complete silence around, and the transcendental vibrations of the mantra are there in the mind and throughout our consciousness. Keeping your eyes closed, if you want to move your hands and legs, you can. And again, come back to the meditative posture. Again, another 108 times of chanting we're going to do now. And this is a special offering, this is a special prayer for all the ones all around the world who are unnecessarily tensed, who are crashing, their confidence is going low. And this small, invisible, living entity is trying to pull all of them. Let's pray for all of them. Death is not a big thing, but then peaceful death is something which is an achievement. If someone can die chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, that is an achievement. Because one or the other day, everyone has to leave the body. But then we are fortunate, we know this, but there are so many unfortunate people all around the world. On the deathbed, they're so tensed, thinking about the family, thinking about the business, thinking about the office, and they're leaving the bodies like that. So unfortunate. They need our prayers. When we offer prayers, it heals the person on the psychological platform, emotional platform, and also on the spiritual platform. This is called as prayer healing. And just imagine 600 people praying together will have so much of tremendous effect. And this prayer we are offering without any expectation, with selflessness. And when any time the selfless prayers are offered, it's always very, very, very effective. So I request all of y'all, without any expectation, let us all pray for all of them, all around the world, who are unfortunately suffering, distressed, and crashing. Let us all chant again. Please repeat after me. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All of us together will chant 3 times and then we'll play the audio. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let us all sync with the audio and keep chanting with focus. Here we go.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna
Let's
Krishna
chant with
Hare
focus
Hare, Hare Ram,
and pray for all of them
Hare Krishna
who
Krishna
are having
Krishna
tough
Hare
time
Hare, Hare Ram,
in this situation.
Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare
Let's focus on the
Ram,
mantra.
Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Gently
Hare
pull the
Hare, Hare
mind
Ram, Hare
from the
Krishna
past
Krishna
or
Hare
from the
Hare, Hare
future.
Ram,
Get it back in the present.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
Gently pull the
Ram,
mind and get it back on the present.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare
And
Hare,
continue
Hare
chanting
Ram,
with focus.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna
It's a
Krishna
very rare
Krishna
occasion.
Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
600 people are
Ram
chanting with
Hare Hare.
focus.
Hare Krishna Krishna
Let us
Krishna
not
Hare
lose
Hare,
our
Hare
focus
Ram,
on the mantra.
Ram Hare
Let
Krishna
us hear at least one
Krishna
mantra,
Hare Hare,
one
Hare
Maha
Ram,
mantra
Ram
with full attention.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare
Last
Krishna
few mantras remaining
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
for the
Ram,
session to end.
Hare
Only few more
Hare Krishna
mantras
Krishna Hare Hare,
we
Hare
get to
Ram,
chant with 600 people.
Hare
Let's
Hare. Hare
focus on these few mantras
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare
and hear at
Ram,
least one Maha mantra
Hare Hare.
attentively
Hare Krishna
with
Krishna Hare
focus.
Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare.
Gently stop chanting. Keep your eyes closed and just feel the transcendental vibration of the Maha mantra. Loudly for the last time today, let us all chant 3 times the Maha mantra for praying for the welfare of all the people all around the world. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Keep your eyes closed. And now, in the mind, loudly chant in the mind. Don't move your lips. Chant in the mind loudly. Feel the transcendental vibration of the Mahamantra, the mantra which will help us to conquer our mind, the mantra which will take our consciousness to the next level, the mantra which is the shelter now in this pandemic. Keep your eyes closed. Slowly and gently open your eyes and take darshan of the beautiful lotus feet of Lord Krishna. Directly look into the screen and observe. Look at the toenails of Krishna. It is described that even if all the beauty of this world is put together, it cannot match even 1/10,000th tip of the shine that is coming from the tip of the nail of Krishna. That's how beautiful Krishna's toenails are. And look at the beautiful pinkish soul and the tulasi that is stuck with chandan on the lotus feet, and the flowers which are offered, the pink and the yellow, with love and devotion. Look at the anklets, so beautiful. The anklets are looking beautiful because they are there on the feet of Krishna. And observe the posture. There's a bend there at the leg. In a relaxed position, Krishna is standing. This is our shelter. This is our shelter in all times, and especially now in this pandemic. So pray to Krishna for yourself, for your family members, for everyone around, people from all around the world, that may all of them, including ourselves, be protected. Thank you very much. It was wonderful to have all of you all today again. And I'm sure all the ones who sincerely did the mantra meditation again might have felt that bliss in the heart, that satisfaction in the heart, because here we have come to pray selflessly for people all around the world. And selflessness always brings that happiness, that joy. So for next 10 minutes, I'm here. I would like to read your realization when you heard about the mind and how that helped you during your mantra meditation. Please post in the chat box. And also, mantra meditation should be done with the beads, and recommended beads are neem beads. If you can order it for yourself, from Flipkart, Amazon, wherever you can get it, or if you have a ISKCON center close by, you can get it from there. And I'll see if I can arrange from here, if we can courier from here. Since it's COVID time, it's too much of fear, so we are not sending our devotees out to the post office. But then, let's try. Tomorrow morning, I'll keep you all informed. If possible, I'll send the links so that you can order the beads and bead bag. And also, in the home, we keep so many things for creating auspiciousness. I would recommend three. One is the bead and the bead bag, the 108 beads, the auspicious holy beads, and the bead bag which keeps the bead safely. And Bhagavad Gita, which is our life manual. And there's a book called Krishna Book, which has all the pastimes of Lord from Vrindavan, Mathura, and Dwarka, all of them. So at least these three things should be there, which creates auspiciousness in the house. This is from our Vedic culture, this from our Vedic scriptures. Okay, let me read some of your realizations before we end. And all the ones who want to leave, please leave. And for sure, tomorrow, many people's mind will be tricked. Today the count was 600, yesterday it was 700, and tomorrow somewhere it will be around 500. At least mind will trick 100 people for sure. This is my bet. Okay, ethereal experience. Jai. Very helpful session during these difficult times. Relaxed, blissful, and happy. No words to say the satisfaction of the mind could control the mind when it slipped while chanting. Jai, very nice. Blissful experience. Feeling blessed to participate. Very relaxed. Very nice. It was so nice to see so many kids were chanting with beads. I was thinking that how fortunate they are. I started chanting when I was doing my engineering. They are so fortunate. In school days itself, they started chanting. Got confidence. Very relaxing. Amazing. Jai. Very nice. Feeling strength. Enlightening. Feeling calm. Yes, this is what is the power of mantra meditation. Yes. And here on YouTube, now feeling so much peace in the mind. Awesome. Getting to learn eternal happiness. Feeling holy and relaxed. Jai. Inner peace. It gives strength to fight against all the obstacles of this material world. Jai. Okay, so I'd like to thank you all again, and let's meet tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day of our mantra meditation retreat, and let us all take maximum benefit of this. Last day will always be very nice because we'll be separating after that. But then still, I have a plan for 21 days challenge. Let me see how it materializes. I'm just chalking out the time, and I'm chalking out how it can be done, because the schedule is really tight both for you and me. But somehow, if we can come together for 21 days, surely it will be a great strength for everyone who is coming, and it will be a great service for all the people who are suffering. We can pray for all of them. It will be a selfless service from our side. Tomorrow I'll announce if something materializes. If I don't announce, it means there is no session like that. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Let's end for today. Let's chant the Maha Mantra and end. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare